Hello, my dears. Daniela here, and welcome to another episode of the Spa Marketing Made Easy podcast. We have a lunch and learn style episode with our good friend Jaclyn Luongo from PDO Max. Now, as you know, PDO Max is one of our strategic partners, and they have just launched a new product called mEnvy. And Jaclyn is going to share some information on this new product. Now, whether you offer this in your practice or not, I believe it's really important to stay up to date with the products and services that are available on the market. Our clients and patients are certainly staying up to date, and we've got to be able to speak intelligently about the offerings that are available today. Now, let me do a quick read of Jaclyn's bio, and then we will play that episode. Jaclyn Luongo, Director of Sales and Business Development for PDO Max, has been a leader of innovation in the aesthetics industry with over 24 years of experience. A graduate of the Katherine Heinz Institute and aesthetic instructor, Jaclyn has been on the program advisory board at Katherine Heinz Institute of Aesthetics since 2009. Jaclyn has contributed as a task force volunteer for iSpa since 2007, in addition to being published in Pulse magazine several times. In January of 2017, Jaclyn accepted a position on the board of directors for the Melanoma Education Foundation and NASM Pro Association. In February 2021, Jaclyn joined the Global Wellness Institute to be a part of and create their first mentor program. Her passion is to lead a team to build strong relationships in the aesthetic and med spa industry and to support businesses to increase revenue through retail sales and growth strategies. She's a lovely, lovely woman. So happy to call her my friend. And let's go ahead and play that interview. All right, Jaclyn, welcome back. I'll say welcome back to the Spa Marketing Made Easy podcast. I'm so happy to have you here to announce PDO. You guys have a new, really incredible product to follow up with AfterGlo. I know there was so much good, just like overall, a lot of love for AfterGlo. We're seeing incredible results. We're actually doing a contest inside of Growth Factor for our Growth Factor students to use the AfterGlo, and people have been posting their before and afters, and I'm like, it's amazing. It's so incredible to see before and afters of people in the own spot. Like, here's the results that they're getting. So today, though, you want to do the drum roll? Tell us about the new.
Absolutely. Well, first off, thank you so much for the opportunity. It's always a pleasure to be here with you, Daniela. So we have launched another skin booster, and it is called mEnvy. I'll get into the ingredients in a moment. But what I really want to mention is, like you said, we are having all this love for AfterGlo, and it makes sense to expand that category of skin boosters. We are seeing that is a huge trend in the market for these elevated results, adding it on to services that you already have in your practice, and just being able to not only boost your ROI, but also getting those patients and clients to the next level for results and keeping them going and really growing their treatment plan. And skin boosters is certainly the way to go. So Gio McCarthy, our amazing founder, has been researching ingredients for the past 2 years after she completed the AfterGlo formulation and executed that really well into the market. PDO threads in a powder form, suspended in HA. And so what's so great about what we're seeing in that contest and in those results is the progressive just improvement over a 30-day period, 60-day period, 90-day period. And so PDO powder and AfterGlo, this is a treatment that is done for 3 consecutive 30 days apart, and then you do your maintenance after. This booster is called mEnvy, and this could be done as often as every 2 weeks in a consistent way. So there is never that stop period. There is a wonderful, great benefit to it, and the ingredients are recommended to be used every 2 to 4 weeks for long-term use. mEnvy is PDRN, I encourage all of you to research PDRN. Geo has had a pulse on this ingredient from other countries, and it's starting to be used in some skincare products. So, PDRN is salmon DNA. It is extracted from salmon sperm. It is used for brightening, regenerative, helping with cell regeneration, and also it's been studied for pigmentation. So, especially for those Fitzpatricks that are 2 and above, you are seeing significant brightness just with PDRN. But on top of that, what also is in this serum is glutathione, which we know is an amazing amino acid. We are able to see some of that pigmentation diminish even after one treatment. The brightening, the suppleness, you are seeing these before and afters just 24 hours later, and we're seeing incredible results. Niacinamide, vitamin B3, like this is an incredible nutrient for the skin, and vitamin C. And the vitamin C that we're using is buffered. So this is a safe booster to use even post laser if you have your channels open already. Great finishing treatment. This also is suspended in HA. So those 4 key ingredients on top of HA, of course, is a wonderful skin booster to add as your glide for your microneedling, microchanneling, your stamper, or if you have done a laser treatment that those channels are open, great post treatment for that. Uh,
Are you
the
using
ROI
the
on
glow
it is
pen with
incredible.
this as well? Is the
Absolutely.
depth the
Mm-hmm.
same as the Afterglow? What is the protocol
Yes.
there?
Absolutely. So with our glow pen, it's a standard zero point 0.5 depth, so it stays in the scope of practice as more topical. Not needed to go any deeper because we are treating topically in the epidermis, just like smooth threads. And you want to have those channels. The Dalton weight of PDRN specifically does need to be channeled, and we're talking about that because we have the glow pen, which is a 0.5 stamper. If you're microneedling, this is great to use if you choose to do microneedling. Uh, we don't recommend that you need to go that much deeper. Again, scope of practice, you know your client's skin. And the other part is we've created a combo treatment that is 1.5 of PDO Afterglow and 1.5 mLs of the mEnvy. That is a treatment that could be done every 30 days for 6 treatments because now you're stretching out that afterglow use
Mm-hmm.
for instead of using 3 mLs, we are using half of that 1.5 ml afterglow, 1.5 ml of mEnvy. Certainly goes well into the glow pen because the glow pen device, as we all know, has 5 mLs that you can actually put into the chamber. And this is stamped into the areas. Base will is great for that 3 mLs. If you're going to upgrade to do neck and décolleté, you will need more measurement for that. And for mEnvy, it comes in a box of 5, Daniela. It is single-use vials. If you are doing half of this for the combo treatment, you certainly can measure it out or extract it with the syringe, however you choose. I would say if you have opened it, try to use it within that 2-week period, store it in the refrigerator, just the way that we recommend for the PDO Afterglow.
That sounds real exciting. I wanted to add in there too some of the pictures that we've seen. We've got Charlie, who's a spa in Florida, and in Florida, scope of practice, she is now officially a medical spa, but scope of practice in Florida, you can't go more than 0.2 if you don't have a medical director. And so when she started out, she was doing the 0.2 depth, and the results were still phenomenal. So I think oftentimes we think more is better, more aggressive, higher pH on the peels, whatever it is that we're doing to get more and more and more. But you don't always have to do more. And that was something that I little by little have learned, because in the practices that I worked in before, oftentimes we had CO2 lasers, we had all of these different things where you're doing pretty aggressive treatments. So it doesn't feel like if you're needling at this, cosmetic depth, that you're actually going to get results. And I've learned over the years from seeing the results of so many different individuals, there's a lot that you can do. It may take a little bit longer, but there's a lot that you can do in a much more gentle manner.
Absolutely. And having that zero point 0.5 depth or zero point 0.2, you don't have the downtime. And so you are still delivering and having a very elevated, boosted result by just simply channeling these active ingredients into the skin. So using some sort of channel at that 0.2, 0.25, zero point 0.5 on that superficial level, you're still channeling it in to have better absorption and delivery. And that's why I really prefer the glow pen or stampers, because you are infusing it instead of dragging it. The product is coming out of those 32 gauge needles that's at the tip of the glow pen. But again, that topical, just little channel makes a world of difference and does not have to cause that, more downtime to get those results. Just like smooth threads. We've spoken on other podcasts before about lifting threads that are on a deeper plane, but the smooth threads are really where you see some wow factors. And those are placed on a much more superficial level and in that layer where you're seeing incredible results even at that.
So I know you mentioned these kind of four key areas, but who is the patient that walks into your practice that you're like, mEnvy?
So anyone that is in need of brightening, and if you were going to choose a client that is just for mEnvy, anyone that has a little bit of that dullness in their skin, uneven tone, the pigment is what is bothering them the most, addressing that first. And then if you want to go back and do a few treatments of mEnvy, and then the age management component starts to come in, and those concerns of fine lines and just needing a little bit more of a boost, adding in that PDO Afterglow into the treatment plan would be very smart, because the PDO powder has a longevity to it and that progressive result.
Is this something that you guys are or have? I don't know if you're recommending this or not, but have you seen it coupled with dermaplaning or with chemical peels or, kind of compounding any of these treatments?
Absolutely. So, if you were to treat the skin as a standalone treatment with a glow pin stamper with mEnvy or Afterglow, we certainly recommend dermaplaning prior. It's going to help with the absorption and just the result of it and boost that a bit. And so that could be in itself a treatment. Dermaplaning, glow pin, your mEnvy Afterglow combo treatment, or choosing one or the other, and then finishing even with some LEDs based on whatever your concerns are for your client's skin, and boosting those results. That could be done within a 20 to 30-minute service ultimately. Because with glow pen, we know we are doing a 50% overlap, and one pass, assess the skin, use your eyes, use your hands, look at how they're reacting, do another pass, and then you can do up to 3 passes, but it's quick. And the other part is with the 0.2, of course, 0.25, or with glow pen at 0.5, we don't recommend that numbing is necessary. It's quite comfortable and very quick.
And what are you guys suggesting or seeing as kind of the price range for this service, retail price that the patient is paying?
So with mEnvy, we'll backtrack a bit. I'll tell you the cost. So the box of 5 is $175, and there are 5 bottles in here, 3 mLs each vial. So it comes out to about $35 per use for the mEnvy alone. Very similar pricing if you do a combo treatment because you're using half of AfterGlo, which is about a $22 price point, and then half of the mEnvy. And so cost of the glow pin on top of it, we're looking at under $85 all in. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And we're seeing at least charging $250 and up. We're seeing more of a $350 to $500, and some demographics even getting to that $750 range.
So pretty close to the Afterglow, the same kind of range.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, because I feel like most of our clients are doing Afterglow in that 350 to 400 mark, depending on if it's coupled with some other things or,
Exactly. We're seeing the lower end when you're adding it on to something that already has that higher ticket price.
Mm-hmm.
And again, that could be added on to IPL, and you're quickly stamping this in as your post treatment and a nice boost.
Mm-hmm.
And starting to look at, now we have these two categories. You could create a skin boosting a la carte menu, and that's starting to build more and adding it on as an a la carte to many different services that you already have. Some are doing it post hydrofacials or, jet peels, microdermabrasions. This is a great way to end a service.
Any contraindications we should be aware of?
So with the PDRN, it again is extracted from salmon. Anyone that has an allergy to fish specifically, I would stay away from that. And of course, we've never tested on anyone who's pregnant, so not something we speak to. However, those are really the only contraindications that we have come up with and shared.
All right. And where can people find more information if they want to connect with you, learn more? Where do they go?
So please follow us on social media, PDO Max. We are constantly posting some of those before and afters that you just spoke of, Daniela, videos of our practitioners using the product, and also following the journey of those clients that even 3 months later, we are sharing those post pictures that are incredible. And also you can go to info@pdomax.com and email us and request any further information on mEnvy. There's lots of links on there or we can send you. And then of course our website, pdomax.com.
Wonderful. Well, we'll get all of that linked up below this episode. It's always a pleasure to have you on. You guys are doing such great things for our industry, and we always have the best feedback from our clients that are also PDO accounts as well. So thank you for all your contributions, and I'm so excited to see what this product can do.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Daniela.